Hi everyone, this is Laurel with Guided by Love, and I'm here to do a daily angel message for Sunday, February 2nd. And I just want to give out a shout out to anybody who's got a birthday today. Happy birthday. And also, I am going to be using the Blessed Be card deck to pull a blessing for today, and I'm going to be using the Sacred Forest deck by Denise Lynn. I love this. Is one of my favorites. I use it like every day. But I have to tell you, I have a confession to make. So I did my late nights for last night, and I was like, oh my gosh, I was like in horror when I played it back. I was adding music to it, and I played it back, and I was like, oh my gosh, my nails are like all like half done, and I was like, and then I thought, you know what, no, it's okay, I love myself regardless of my nails. And you know what, you guys need to see all of me, even the imperfect parts. And and I just kind of laughed at myself, but I did I did add a little polish to my nails. So, but anyway, just a little thing about, not worrying about, everything being perfect, not worrying about everything being perfect. I had a student that used to say to me, he used to get really upset when I'd use the word perfect. Like, oh, that was perfect. And he would just get really upset, and he'd say, there's nothing that is perfect. Nothing is perfect. And, by God, he actually had a really good point, that we all have imperfections, and that, and that it's okay to show those, and it's just showing you that I don't, how do I want to say, I don't like edit my videos. What you get is what you see. So anyway, a couple of stories, but let's get a blessing for Sunday, February 2nd. What is the blessing? Holy Spirit, angels, and guides. What's the blessing for everyone? Oh, and we got a blessing for good men and fathers. Wow. So this card coming up again. And it's number 13. I believe that's a 13. The 5s and the 3s are so weird in this deck. Yeah, it's a 13. So that's a lucky number in itself. And then we have the new beginnings with the Robin. We have the Soul Star chakra present, which is a high vibe chakra. It's our above the crown chakra. And then we have the antlers for the promise of union if you're a twin flamer. And then we have all the growth, the green growth. So some of you may have an experience today with good men and fathers, a father figure, a man in your life that may be coming in for today. So pay attention. Or it could be the Father, our Father in heaven, God. It could be coming, a blessing to know God, our Father in heaven as well. So, and that's okay. That's, what I believe, is that God represents a father of, our birth, our rebirth, our birth, death, and rebirth, our life, our spiritual life, and our human life. So I'll get off my soapbox. Here we go. Sacred Forest. What do we have? What messages do we have for this beautiful Sunday, the first Sunday in February? We're in a new month. This is like the harbinger of spring, I feel. And January was kind of the transition between the wood dragon and the wood snake. And now we have this transition We're going to be transitioning from winter into spring. So, Holy Spirit, angels and guides, what's the message for everyone? Oh my gosh. Oopsie, I just had a big clump like fall out. So there's messages coming. What are the messages for everyone today? Any more messages? Yeah, we got one more. Any more? And we got one more at the top of the deck. Okay. So the messages that came out, the message on the bottom of the deck is patience overall. And that's an 18 added 9, which is we're in the year, a 9 year, which is spiritual growth. But they want you to be patient with yourself, patience with your journey, with the mystery, because fog always takes me to the mystery of God. So having patience with the mystery, the unknowns of your journey, really surrendering it, and, really knowing that the universe has your back, and, and to surrender into that mystery, because you're going to be led on adventures this year. And, Spirit is wanting you to enjoy those adventures. Okay, so the first card out is Rainbow Waterfalls, Miracles coming in. And this is a 4 if you add it. So stability, safety, security. That's what the wood dragon helped create. And there's this rainbow. Rainbows symbolize that protection. But miracles coming in, and I see the butterfly for transformation, ancestors around us. So miracles coming in today, possibility for miracles. And the water, this is just showing movement, that there's, that you're moving, that there's a lot of movement in the air right now. And yes, we are being called to, see the stillness in the water here. We're having a mixture. Here's the stillness. So having a mixture of being still and having a mixture of movement. And know that when you do have movement on your path, that you're being protected. Oh, and I didn't see this. I just saw this butterfly here. So it could be for you and your special person, or you and another person in your life. And then we have knowledge. Again, here we have movement. She's floating forward, and, we have that 1 new beginnings. And she's floating. Now, this is an optical illusion here, because, it looks like she's floating on a lake, but she's actually floating above the treetops. So this is, air spirit. This is floating above, rising above the 3D. Isn't that beautiful? I've never noticed that before, you guys. Floating above the 3D. And as you connect above the 3D with the spirit realm, you're going to gain knowledge. And I'm seeing these 3 bubbles, these 3 orbs, potential of 3 specific people being around you from the other side. It could be your guides, your angels, it could be ancestors, it could be passed over loved ones, but nevertheless, she's in this swan boat floating above the 3D, collecting knowledge. And the swan is symbolic of the feminine energy, grace, ease, kindness, compassion, richness in all things. And again, it's movement, floating above the 3D, floating through the unknown. You see the little fog, but you're even a little above the fog. So you may be getting knowledge about your path. And then we have protection. Oh my gosh. And we're seeing protection in the rainbow as well. So we got it twice here. Guardians of the land. And we have the stag again for promise of union if you're a twin flame. And 21, which is a 3, birth, death, and rebirth. And the mushrooms, showing the growth, showing the connection to the root chakra. and the passion. Wow, and all the growth. But you're being protected as you move forward on your journey. And that protection, I feel like, is ingrained, it's now ingrained in your foundation. And then we have Starry Night, Acceptance, and this is 41. So we have 21, 31, 41. Acceptance. So accepting of where you are at on your journey. Accept the things that I cannot change the things that I can, that I can. That saying goes here is accepting the things that you can't change. And if there's something that you have to just, buckle down and, acceptance, the way that you can accept it is by surrendering it to the Most High, letting go of any emotion around it, and they will bring in, and sending out love, and they'll bring in love back to you, and bring in a sense of magic, because you may even get some guidance on how to handle it. So when you surrender. And then we have playfulness. So you're being asked, with all you're having patience, your miracles happening, movement forward happening, knowledge from the universe. That you're protected as you move on your path, as you accept things, and they just want you to find playfulness on your journey, because that is going to help bring forward your manifestations. And all these little fairies, nature fairies, are coming closer and closer to you. As you have that playful energy, you attract all these little fairies, all these little nature spirits and sprites. The butterflies are there again for transformation. So, and really I'm getting from this card as well, is really being in the moment. You may capture some really, really cool things that you wouldn't otherwise see out in nature. Okay, so those are our messages, and I hope this helped you. If you'd like a personal reading, definitely email me at tch4tomorrow@gmail.com. I love you guys all so much, and you mean so much to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you for hitting that subscribe button and like button and throwing a comment out there. Glad to be back, and love you all so, so much. Namaste.